This lesson shows how to solve literal equations and formulas. Literal equations are equations with more than one variable. It's not hard to work with them if you remember variables are numbers. You don't know what numbers they are, but they're numbers. In order to help you better understand, this lesson shows a series of examples. Each example has an equation on the left and a literal equation on the right. If you can understand how to solve the equation, it should help you understand how to solve the literal equation. For the first example, to solve the equation on the left, subtract 3 from both sides, and the solution is x equals 7. Solve the literal equation on the right in the same way. Subtract a from both sides, and the solution is x equals b minus a. The only difference between the two is that you know 10 minus 3 is 7. For the literal equation, you don't know the values of b or a, so you have to leave the expression x equals b minus a. For the second example, solve the equation on the left by adding 2 to both sides for x equals 9. On the right, add m to both sides for x equals 2w plus m. For the third example, solve the equation on the left by dividing both sides by 2 for the solution x equals 4. For the literal equation on the right, the coefficient of the x variable is 2a, so divide both sides by 2a for x equals 6b over 2a. Then factor the numerator and denominator and cancel common factors of 2 for the solution x equals 3b over a. For the fourth example, solve the equation on the left by multiplying both sides by 3 for the solution x equals 6. On the right, multiply both sides by c for the solution x equals c times w minus y. You could also distribute c for x equals cw minus cy. Here are examples of a two-step equation and a two-step literal equation. In these examples, we're going to solve for the y variable. On the left, begin by subtracting 7 from both sides for 2y equals 12. Then divide both sides by 2 for the solution x equals 6. On the right, subtract 4x from both sides for 2y equals 6 minus 4x. Then divide both sides by 2. Next, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 4x divided by 2 is 2x. And the solution is y equals 3 minus 2x. Here are examples of equations where you have to combine like variable terms before solving. On the left, to combine 5x minus 3x, subtract 5 minus 3 for 2x. Then divide by 2 for the solution x equals 4. For the literal equation, to combine ax minus bx, subtract a minus b for a minus bx. Then divide both sides by a minus b For the solution, x equals w over a minus b. This might look a little strange, but the only difference between the two is, on the left, you can subtract 5 minus 3 for 2. On the right, a minus b is just the number a minus b. Here's an example of a literal equation where there are variable terms on both sides of the equation. Begin by subtracting ax from both sides. Then combine 2x minus ax for 2 minus ax. Next, add w to both sides for 2 minus ax equals 5 plus w. Finally, divide both sides by 2 minus a. For the solution, x equals 5 plus w over 2 minus a. Formulas are special types of literal equations. Here's the formula for the area of a triangle. 1/2 base times height. In order to solve the formula for b, begin by turning the formula end for end. Then multiply both sides by 2. The 2's cancel, and you get BH equals 2a. Then divide both sides by h. The h's cancel, and you're left with b equals 2a over h. Here's the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle. 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. In order to solve the formula for w, begin by turning the formula end for end. Then subtract 2l from both sides, which gives 2w equals p minus 2l. Then divide both sides by 2 for w equals p minus 2l over 2. If you divide both terms of the numerator by 2, you can also write the answer as w equals p over 2 minus l. This lesson showed how to solve literal equations and formulas. This lesson was brought to you by the Math Fun Academy. Its continuing mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new math in new equations, to boldly go where no math student has gone before.